What's up, Steam? Brian Phobos here, out on a hike east of Tucson, Arizona. Just coming back from Tanque Verde Falls. Got the saguaros, the legendary saguaros. Got nice canyons. Got this little waterfall. But today, I want to talk about if you should mine or not. A lot of you guys follow my blog know that I had a lot of GPU rigs, 24 GPUs in all. Also did some mining on free cloud trials and that kind of stuff. Did a lot of experimentation. I'm kind of going back here just so there's a little less wind noise, but we will have the waterfall. So, for one, at the time that I did it, and this was in 2014, profitability was really good. So, you were talking like literally on some of the math I was doing, it was like a 60-day payoff. 60-day to get my return, my money out of my equipment, which I know that sounds insane, but the way it was sort of calculated was the fact that some of the equipment was older. You didn't have to have brand new boards, and I was able to get a lot of cheaper, older equipment off of public surplus. In particular, some of the machines I was getting for like $60 a unit, and then it could potentially hold 4 cards. And it didn't need, the boards didn't need to support PCIe 3.0. Like as long as it could support PCIe 1.0, you were good. That wasn't going to create a bottleneck or anything. And so the fact that the boards were older wasn't a big deal. So that was part of how I kept my costs down. I always have an exit plan. The reason I never got into ASICs is because that was just going to become a paperweight if things didn't work out. With GPU rigs, you can always sell the equipment to gamers or just regular computer users or people doing like graphic design or something like that. So that's the way I approached it. I had an exit plan if everything shit hit the fan, which it did. The prices went down, and again, Arizona is not a place you want to be attempting to mine. Even if prices spike and you're like, wow, this is really profitable, it's probably going to get you unless you have free power if you're at the university or some other type of free power situation. Cost of power is too low. There's not hydropower here. You're talking 10 to 12 cents a kilowatt hour for residential, and you know, you're talking maybe 8 cents or something for commercial. So it's not a good situation. You got to be in like 4 cents a kilowatt hour power, probably max. And to get that, you're going to have to go, and that'd be like commercial rates, maybe up in eastern Washington, eastern Oregon, and like Fargo, North Dakota for the United States. You're going to have to be in those places. Now, some people, you know, they want to run a GPU rig and, you know, mine a little Ethereum and stuff like that. And to me, like, that's cool. Like, it's definitely a learning experience to do it, but I feel like the risk is too great because your reward's never going to be that great on one rig unit unless you just really build a beast. You're not really going to get that many coins. And you think about, like, well, let's say if you just went out and worked a job even for, let's just pretend $10 an hour, and then you took that money and you invested it in crypto and you were going to sit on it as a speculative investment, you'd probably get further ahead doing that than, you know, having one GPU rig kind of a situation. You know, I knew the risk. I jumped into it. I did my math. Jumped in. There was delays, worldwide shortage in GPUs, all that stuff. Prices were surging, and then by the time, you know, you get the equipment, get the rigs built and stuff like that, situation had changed. So should you mine now? And I see the same thing. You know, it's like I was mining Monero. Well, first I was mining Litecoin. Then I started doing auto switching with like Clever Mining, so mine other script coins like Doggy Coin. I know you guys call it Doge, but so anyway, mining a lot of different coins and converting it to Bitcoin right away, and cashing out the Bitcoin. But then when I started mining Monero, I was like, Monero was the one. So I was mining it, wanted to stick with my position on that, and prices sagged, and then it was like break-even profitability situation. Moved some of my rigs to Arizona State University to a friend of a friend kind of situation, and then moved some rigs to the U of A dorms where there's free power. We were having all types of network issues and stuff like that, and that didn't even end up working out. But I was trying to do everything I could to maintain the rigs and keep them going. But you know, if you're gonna mine, let's say as an individual, you're almost always gonna have to look at GPU mining. If you're an individual, you can forget about ASICs. Don't try to mine with ASICs unless, you know, you have a lot of money and then you're like doing it on an industrial scale. You can just forget about ASICs. It's always going to be on the GPU, is going to be your main kind of bread and butter. Now I know obviously there was a bunch of people that took the risk to mine Steam on the CPUs and you know, came out ahead. I actually tried to set up some miners for Steam as an experiment, and there was kind of an exploit going on right at the time. This was like 2-3 weeks ago, and I guess one miner was like snagging all the coins, so I never ended up mining anything. I was still filling it out for the first couple days, and then I was like, you know what, it makes more sense for me to just do content creation and blog and everything. So as far as mining goes, you almost have to be in a cool, dry environment. Unless you've got mad cash, forget about ASICs. You're gonna have to go with GPUs, and you know, you're gonna have peaks and valleys, and it's almost like you've got to do it on a longer term play. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna jump in here for 6 months and make mad cash. I mean, maybe you do if you got it right, but a lot of times you're gonna have to be in for the longer haul. And always know that there's other people out there trying to do it too. Now you might ask, okay, you're in Arizona, why not solar panels? Solar panels aren't that efficient. You know, you're talking like it's going to take minimum, even if I could like import some panels from China and set them up myself, all this stuff. I mean, you're talking minimum return would take like 10 years or something like that to get your money out of the panels. That's just not efficient. It just takes way too long. So in crypto, 6 months is an eternity. So we just never know what's going to happen. Right now Monero surging, and we'll keep our eye on it and everything. I'm happy for Monero, but I got washed out of my position. I had to sell out at 50 to 55 cents a coin back in, actually a year ago, like 2015. And it's just like, you know, but that's the way it goes, man. You know, I took the risk. I bought the GPUs, got everything set up, and it bit me, you know. But I'm on Steam. I'm on Steam it, and it's going to be my route back. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for viewing this video blog, and enjoy the outdoors. You know, we got some beautiful weather going on here, so I hope it's nice where you guys are, and I'll talk to you guys later.